to Captain Pranav now, and I guess this is going to be very important question for each one of us. So there is no denying that people are going through stress, and as other panel members and including Mr. Sudipto mentioned that the jargons, the VUCA word, and a couple of more jargons that we were just kept on listening are actually coming to life now. Burnout, that considered as the academic word, actually people are realizing that it is happening for real. So given your background in army forces, and I guess you must have been in most stressful situations than any one of us, what would you suggest that how HR managers can enable their employees to build resilience or to cope up, or some mechanism to cope up with the stress that we are living? And I guess it is going to be continued for some time. Of course, well-being managers and these designations are of course going to come, but it may take some time, and we are not sure that how soon it is going to happen. That there is going to be one particular department which is taking care of the stress and which is taking care of the the well-being. Now HR is filled with so many responsibilities, and this this particular thing, building resilience and building coping mechanism for stress, is one added task, which I guess is not that prominent in the normal days, but now it has become so prominent. What HR managers should do in this regard, or our audience, the young audience, how they can because I guess this is going to be a little time consuming process. It will not happen in one day, it will not happen in 2 days. How we can engage ourselves to be self-sufficient in this regard? Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Anupma. And maybe how much time do I have? Because I think we have already extended the time.
Yeah, so up to you. We will right after that we will take up the questions from our students.
Okay, so first, yeah, thank you. It is an honor to hear all the different perspectives, and Sudipto, it is almost a delight to see you again here. So a very tough question for me, and not from. Thank you. So I'll connect some dots from the army, but of course, I'll say this is a situation in front of all of us, and when I see everyone, the way this has come, and people are trying to struggle and bring a point and try to maneuver in this entire scenario, it touches my heart somewhere. So see, two words I'll tackle it differently. One is stress, and second is resilience. Stress is again, very loosely used word. When I say currently what we are going through, if I have to put it, in a better terms, it is emotional influx. Yeah, or rather, in a better way, it is a cognitive dissonance, right? We all are HR guys. We understand these words. The thing is, and this is not how the human animal works. Human animal works, we are very used to a community, right? Today we cut the thing of community. We cut that thread of being connected, right? A situation happened as lockdown, unlockdown, and currently the way we are moving forward, right? I'll touch these points. First is all of us, few words again I'll use. We learned in a better way something called patience. We all will agree to it, right? Work from home is no more a coveted term. Rather, we all want to come to office. Rather, I'm going to office. We all are HR heads. So almost to create that example, all take the things pull from the horns. Almost we are present in the office because that's how our job is, right? And somewhere we are also learning something called tolerance, right? With this entire thing, my heart goes out to all of you, and all of us rather. We are facing again something which is called digital fatigue. It is really taking a toll now, and it is really heavy, right? If all these things together you want to quantize stress, I will not mind it, but we have to understand these things are different, and these things has to be tackled differently. Today we all are fighting, or there is something against you, which is a disease, right? And the cure is, we though it is a lot of things are being spoken, vaccine is coming and all that thing, but still it is to come. I mentioned in the beginning, I myself had the disease one month back, went through this entire scenario, and actually the disease, hugged and kissed me, because my situation was really bad. Things went down to the lungs, and to be honest, medical science still, it is understanding it, trying to find the cure. You have a set of parameters how they will tackle you, but if things goes wrong, as you have might seen in various cases, there are various examples in front of us, with good people, with healthy people, they struggle, and that's how it is. Today, to be honest, there is no solution, and that's what it is. Now, in this scenario, one thing comes very simply to you, is called fear. And the thing to tackle fear, if that is causing all the stress and frustration, is the control is in your hand. You have to cut all the negativity from this entire thing. It is a very academic and very, not a practical thing, but that's how you have to do. If you are very keen to the social media, to the TVs, first is try to internalize, see that how, if this happens, and this, to be honest, there was time that it was happening. We had that Arogya Setu app you can track. It was happening in a different city, in a different state, or it is happening today everywhere, right? We closed when we were about 800, 900 in here in Chennai, and today every day it moves to more than 5. There was a time we were moving more than 5,000. Today more than 1,000. So is it that which you want to tackle, or you want to tackle yourself? The thing is self. When you tackle yourself, and there will be a situation when it will come to you. As I was telling, 10, 12 days of medication, and the thing of quarantine, when you are again put in complete isolation. Now, these things I can connect the dots with Army, where a strong mind comes into picture, and making a strong mind comes to you. It is all English, gentlemen. I know that it is a Saturday. It would be coming heavy, after 1 hour if I'm talking all these things. But this is the truth. If there is no solution otherwise. So as I was telling, there was something, a situation of lockdown. The companies and people were trying to handle it. Ramayana, Mahabharata was given and all that thing, but that fearful mind, that fearful heart doesn't get quenched with that, right? Then you have lockdown, and everyone is jumping. You go, the malls got open, and today even the theaters are open. Everyone jumping, try to start the right life the way it used to be. But the disease is not over, and still you catch the infection, you come back, and again the same process happens. There will be situation post the vaccine when it comes also, right? In this entire phase, digitization used to stay, right? Because we have to carry on with the social distance and everything. Now, you have to understand that it will be an enabler. It will be an option. It will be an option to tomorrow. Yeah. But as I tell you, and that is, few of you, all of us were mentioning, being a human, human resources is what we are. And it will happen, and it will continue to happen till people are born, and people do the job, and this function will exist. There is no doubts, and people will have emotions, and we will be found there. So what I'm telling you, that this digitization so-called thing, and different forms of engagement and the forms and fashions which have come into picture, it is going to stay, but it will be one more added option, right? Currently next year or next to next year again, if you do this, Hridaya 6.0, 7.0, 8.0, there's an option that we want to do it digitally, or you want to call some people there, or few of us will be sitting there, and few of us will be joining, like the way we are joining today. So this entire thing, stress, I'll tell you, no, please take it out. Army, the way of training was, it is mental. First, you have to be stronger here, and then you can tackle it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll not paint a rosy picture, because I was going to office 100 days, and one fine day, because my son and my wife made a map over my head, so I thought that let's go for a haircut, and from where maybe I got the disease. But this is how it is. So tomorrow, day after, maybe it will come to the community, right? And we have to fight it. That's what it is. But it is fought here. Your physical fitness and all will there's no answer for that. right? Suddenly the oxygen goes down, and suddenly, it is. That's why in the beginning I told you it's a funny disease. You have no control. We cannot do photosynthesis and increase our oxygen level. So, not talking the disease, per se, because I'm not a doctor, but this is how you can overcome the stress, which is running around. So that's the point of resilience. Again, a very tough question: how resilience is made, how bouncing back you have to do. Again, I'll just permit few words, from stress. Again, you cannot fight it. It is in army. There used to be a defined enemy. There's a militant, or there is a adversary in the same thing, and you have to fight it. It is so small you cannot even see it, so you cannot fight it. You even the medicines which you say you don't know that it is working inside, not working inside. But as I told you, this is something which will make make you win. You have to get ready in terms of this disease. In the case if you catch, or the quarantine which is happening today, all of you, 250 of you, with due respect and honor, the VUCA world, and this part, the gray hair, whatever tells you. But you're so what to say? There's a lot of options available, right? There's a lot of digitization in your life, and maybe today, if you are in a room, and how much you will do all those things. If you have to cut that thing, you are left so alone. You're left, with you. And are we so used to doing that? Because you with yourself, and how much strength and how much courage you can put inside you. Because as I told you, there is no solution currently. Still we are figuring out the medicine, the vaccine, everything. There's no solution yet. If I have to scare you further, honestly, doctors are clueless with a few sets of medicine. What they give you after that, they're clueless, right? So with my personal experience, I can tell you. But what we can do, how we can fight it, how we can bounce back, is the first thing I tell you. You have to keep out the negativity. That is difficult. It is all around us. That is very difficult. Be realistic, that's what it is. And in this scenario, what we can do, we can connect with each other. Today what we are doing it, these people coming from corporate, why we do this, why we will come on a Saturday for what, thing, and we will come and address you, right? It is a choice, and the choice can be also, rejected, as simple as that. But, we care, because if we go back, let's say 20 years back, and had someone not taught this, or in case even if we never had, there is something over the Maslow's, the upper part is called transcendence, making someone better than you. And somewhere I was seeing that. So that is what we bring together, all seven of us, and say that tomorrow things are fine. We give you examples from the corporate, that how we are tackling it. We are telling you that things will be normal tomorrow or day after, whenever it comes. But you will have to handle yourself. Your bounce back mechanism has to be there. You can make a victim out of yourself and say that, oh my God, my college life, my MBA, year one is completely wasted, or whatever it is. But is there any solution towards? Today your director came and he was addressing, and today Anupama is there with more than 1 hour, trying to why we are doing this, right? To address that small, dissonance which is happening in you. That small emotional influx, emotional turmoil, and it is not that it is not happening between us, it is happening with all of us, right? But with little bit, let's say 10 years elder than you, or whatever it is, we have gone through it. I'm telling you, it is the way of life. To end it, if you remember in 2000, right, when Y2K was coming, right, and they were telling the entire digital world will come to an end, right, and everyone was, because then this IT teaching academia was too much of, and it was happening so much, and now everyone was saying, oh my God, what will happen to this industry? And then I'm an avid reader of Times of India, and they have, they used to have before, nowadays they don't use it. The first page, they used to have a thought for the day sort of a thing. And they wrote there that this too shall pass. That was 1st of January, 2000, right? So I'm telling you, this too shall pass. But how we dealt with it, right? How we took care of the people to the left of us and right of us, and this entire ecosystem, what we are building, this will remain with you. Yeah, and let's be together. Right, in case of anything, we all are there. Of course, we will not mind supporting, helping you in any scenario. But let's, at least talk, And in this scenario, if someone is not feeling well, let's say that, let's give that reassurance this is what human the one human does to another, and this is how ages through ages we are making a better humanity and where we have reached today. So if I have to summarize these two words, that's what it is. I know I've spoken a lot, but I should end with positivity, which should stay with you for some time. So that's all. Thanks a lot, and I go to you, Adam.
Yourself.
Am I audible?
And yeah, yes, you are.
So my question is for Captain Pranav. So perspective, I would like to know the reason behind such low attrition rate in the armed forces, and can we apply the same concept in the corporate world to achieve that low rate of attrition?
Beautiful observation. It is quite difficult to answer. Okay, see, the thing is, first is the organizations are different. As I was talking in the beginning, the things are connected with the purpose, right? The uniform which you wear, and though we are in movies and all what you see, and like Uri came and all, we don't operate like that. To be honest, it is not so spoken. It is just felt, right? And whatever operations you go for it, you feel for the country. It is nothing that and you have to declare it, and it's all there. Everyone feels the same thing. So when I say that purpose and that discipline, right, and the training of everyone is too heavy, right? But here in corporate, when I say, having spent almost, the things, both places, everyone's upbringing, everyone's learnings are different, right? And they come with a different level of discipline, they come with a different level of preparedness, all those things, right? So that will differ. That differs every time, right? Connect to the purpose is seldom, right? Because that comes to a very different. If you allow me, and if I dare to use that thing, that VUCA thing which is used, it is very evident. We all hear people change 14, 15 companies, in the lifetime, and the thing is only till the time the company is doing good. After the company is not doing good and the career is not well taken for you, you just change a different company. There's no sentiments, there's no purpose, there's nothing which you want to talk further. Even those managers, and I've seen them, and all my HR folks, I request if someone can also pitch in here. It is all like, friends with benefits, right? Let's make a career for ourselves and just keep on moving forward. Now, in this scenario, even if HR invests, and in the morning, I think panel was talking much on my entire mechanism to move you to a level, right? It goes to dog. So how can I in this fluidity make a strong decisions on or impacts on your career? It is only those 3-4 years when we are together, and the lifetime of an employee, if it is there like this. If you compare to Japanese, however, because Renault Nissan is an alliance, and we see European and Japanese, however, if you go there people join a company and maybe they retire from a company. It is a very old-fashioned thing here. So, and plus the same thing goes for army, right? So which is, you want changes in 3-4 years, it cannot happen. Also, after as you come to the organizations, no one will day one, even if your MD's son will allow you to be at the strategic position and start taking the decision from day one. It takes time, right? And it takes time, and that bores you, that you are not very, very happy with. So if these things are inculcated inside the people, they understand it, right? One is, as I told you, the discipline, the learnings all together, right? The VUCA thing, and I was telling you, getting bored, within thing, and a career, which you say, today, if I tell you, you will find managers, do very less, who are your mentors, who really walk that extra mile to train you. Because once you guys come from the corporate, of course, you are not ready to be executing from day one, right? You require a lot of polishing, because the things there and the things here are completely different. Whereas the question number one was, what are the execution points, right? So whatever you learned there in all the bookish thing will not, you have to be quite innovative what you have to be quite realistic, right? So all those things has to be changed. Now, if that happens and you have the mentor, right? It cannot be stopped in four years or something. It takes time, right? But would you allow that thing to happen? You say no, means this is nothing. And even if he has a plan for you, you are so impatient. The intolerance is so much, you don't want to wait. So then carry on with your life, and then we stumble somewhere, and all of us, I saw today, even the panel members, age is almost like 40s, right? And a few of us, though we are senior. So why I'm telling you this is, in the midlife crisis, when it happens, it will struck to all of you so hard, you not know the plan, because all of us get struck there. It is only how clear you are, how purpose connected you are, how disciplined you are, how thoughtful you are, will connect these dots, right? So at attrition level, it is only coming with that connect with the purpose, how disciplined we are, and can we wait? Do we have some patience? If not, to be honest, there are, if you are capable, you can find n number of organizations, and if the organization is capable, we find a lot of lines. So there is no love lost. You can carry on. We can get enough people, but how you make your career, it is dependent completely. It is completely in your hands, right? So rather, we choose our career, we choose our future, and if we cannot understand these things of patience, discipline, connecting with the purpose, life is all yours. I think I answered you.